to hear more.
Right, well, we're going to talk about that in just a minute. We're going to touch on Milton. That was the big update in the weather department yesterday. That did officially get named a tropical storm as of yesterday, like I mentioned. But as you can see, the Atlantic is well awake right now. We have a low 30% chance of development, as well as Hurricane Leslie and Kirk. Neither one of these will be a concern for us, but what we are watching is Milton, not for any direct impacts, but more so what those local impacts mean for us here in the coastal bend. Now, we are anticipating that Milton strengthens to a Category 1 hurricane as early as tomorrow overnight at that. Really, as you can see that track continuing and intensify as it expected to increase to a major hurricane just before making landfall. So that's going to be something that we're really paying a close eye on, especially keeping a close eye for our friends that was just affected by Helene. But once again, Milton, that's our big story here in the coastal bend, not directly impacted by that, but here's some of those local impacts, what we could see. The reason why we're not necessarily going to be directly impacted by Milton is because we have two high pressures right here that's kind of keeping us in the safe zone, and that allows that open door for the low pressure to feed and flow for our friends into Florida. Besides that, though, beach cast today is going to be nice. We're talking about 86 degrees temperatures, already seeing current risk going to be pretty low. Waves and periods, those are what's going to be starting to increase here for us. Seeing those periods increase to about 7 seconds, waves up to about 4 feet. And as we continue throughout the week, we're only going to see this number start to increase more so. And so that means that increased risk for minor coastal flooding will be a concern. As early as we're getting into the new week, here's a look at this evening, heading into tomorrow, already seeing our waves increase to about that 4 to 6 feet as we're heading into our Tuesday morning. Also around that same time, that cold front starts to come in a little bit more here for us as Milton continues to feed into the Florida area. Still seeing our waves and periods expected to be around 11 seconds as we're ending the week off at about Friday, and that's when we'll also start to notice those waves height falling as well near towards the end of the week. But besides that, once again, minor coastal flooding, small craft advisories are on the board. That's going to be the biggest concern here for us. But besides that, that cold front, that's going to help to bring some nice weather to the coastal bend ahead. And before that, already seeing partly cloudy skies in the forecast here for us. Sustained winds up to about 15 miles per hour. And afternoon high temperatures sitting in the lower 90s. That sinks to a little bit more sunshine compared to what we saw yesterday. But still, it's going to be just a gorgeous week ahead. The first full week of October here. Mid 60s on the board to end the week off. It's going to be a chilly start, at least for me, that is. So I'm loving the fall weather, but want to keep that in mind. Lots of north winds to start the week off and ending the week off with more of that east to southeast flow.